Riding shouldn't hurt, but for men over 45, most bikes do. That's why these 14 Japanese naked bikes stand apart. They're built for real comfort, upright posture, easy handling, and smooth power delivery. So which one gives you long-distance comfort without bulk? Which delivers torque without pain? And which rides like it was made for your body? Let's dive in. Number 14, Honda CB1000 Hornet. Aggressive styling, modern tech, and all-day comfort make the CB1000 Hornet one of the most versatile naked motorcycles on the market today, especially for men over 45 who want performance without sacrificing posture. It is powered by a 1700 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine that produces 143 horsepower and 77 pound-feet of torque. That output is delivered with Honda's trademark smoothness, offering thrilling acceleration when needed and mellow cruising when desired. Riding comfort comes from a well-calibrated combination of wide, upright handlebars and Showa SFFBP front suspension. That setup soaks up road imperfections with ease while still giving enough stiffness for spirited riding. The sculpted seat is firm but supportive, and it's flat enough for easy rider movement without locking your hips into one position. Underneath, the rear monoshock is tuned for balanced rebound and preload, offering a comfortable ride whether you're going solo or carrying weekend gear. The CB1000 Hornet weighs around 470 pounds and uses dual front disc brakes with radially mounted 4-piston calipers and a single rear disc, all supported by ABS, giving the rider precise, confident stopping power in all conditions. The bike's 6-speed gearbox is geared for mid-range use, making it equally comfortable around town or at highway speeds. Add in a fuel tank capacity of 4.3 gallons and a real-world fuel economy of around 42 miles per gallon, and you get range that supports longer trips. It's available in several color options with an MSRP starting at $12,400. But if you're after something lighter with the same attitude, the next bike might hit the sweet spot. Number 13, Yamaha MT-03. This bike has always been one of Yamaha's most accessible naked bikes, but the 2025 update brings improved comfort and rider-focused ergonomics that older riders will immediately appreciate. At the heart of the bike is a 321 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine delivering 42 horsepower and 21 pound-feet of torque. The real advantage of the latest model lies in its ergonomics. Yamaha has raised the handlebars slightly and revised the rider triangle for a more upright, natural position. Combined with thicker seat padding and a refined suspension tune, the MT-03 is now one of the most comfortable lightweight naked bikes you can buy. The KYB telescopic front forks are 37 millimeters wide and offer great damping for urban bumps, while the rear monoshock has been adjusted to reduce harshness over rough pavement. It tips the scales at just 373 pounds, which means it's easy to manage in traffic or while parking. Dual disc brakes with anti-lock braking system provide solid stopping power, and the LED lighting all around gives it a modern edge. The minimalist LCD dash is clean and easy to read, keeping distractions low and focus high. Fuel economy sits at an impressive 72 miles per gallon, and with a 3.7-gallon fuel tank, riders can expect well over 250 miles per tank. Best of all, the price remains accessible, just $5,499. For riders seeking simplicity, comfort, and reliability in a lightweight platform, the MT-03 proves that sometimes less really is more. Feeling good on a budget is one thing. Feeling good with torque to spare is another. Let's keep climbing. You know the bikes. We know the gear. Tap the description for our rider-tested picks and save yourself the hassle. Number 12. Kawasaki Z500. The new Z500 is more than just a replacement for the popular Z400. It's a full redesign aimed at delivering mature ergonomics and everyday comfort in a compact, affordable package. Beneath its aggressive styling is a 451 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine producing 51 horsepower and 31 pound-feet of torque. Comfort was clearly a focus in the redesign. Kawasaki widened the seat and gave it a flatter profile with improved foam density, which reduces fatigue on longer rides. The upright handlebars place the rider in a relaxed position, while rubber-mounted foot pegs minimize vibration through the frame. The suspension setup features a telescopic front fork and a preload adjustable rear monoshock, striking a balance between daily comfort and confident handling through corners. Stopping power is delivered by a pair of pedal-style disc brakes with dual-channel anti-lock braking system, offering consistent performance in varied conditions. Curb weight lands at 386 pounds, keeping it nimble for less experienced riders or those returning to motorcycling after years away. The instrument panel has been upgraded to a bright LCD display that's easy to read even in direct sunlight, and the styling blends modern edges with Kawasaki's signature naked bike silhouette. Fuel economy is estimated at around 62 miles per gallon, with a 4.0-gallon tank allowing for over 200 miles of range. That makes it just as capable for weekend road trips as it is for the daily grind. And at a base price of $5,999, the Z500 represents outstanding value for men who want everyday comfort, approachable performance, and true Japanese reliability. But what if you want a bigger bike without giving up that daily comfort? We put hours into researching these bikes, so you can find your next ride without the guesswork. If you're finding value here, hit that subscribe button and stay with us. Number 11. Suzuki GSX-8S. Built on an all-new platform introduced in the year 2023, this machine is one of the best examples of what modern Japanese engineering can do when comfort is treated as a design priority. At the heart of the GSX-8S is a 776 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, producing 83 horsepower and 57 pound-feet of torque. That blend of torque and mid-range power makes it effortless to ride at highway speeds with none of the buzz or strain that can wear out older riders after an hour on the road. What really sets this bike apart is the smoothness and balance of its chassis. Suzuki engineered a long, stable frame that feels planted on long rides, but nimble enough for weekend twisties. It features Showa suspension both front and rear, with a 41-inch front fork and link-type rear monoshock that's tuned for comfort and composure. The seat is long and generously padded, giving riders over 45 the room to stretch out and the support needed for multiple hours in the saddle. Wide handlebars and a natural rider triangle help reduce pressure on your lower back and wrists, while the lightweight body keeps overall maneuverability intact. It weighs in at 467 pounds and features dual front disc brakes with ABS, a digital TFT instrument display, full LED lighting, and traction control for added safety. With fuel economy around 52 miles per gallon and a fuel tank that holds 3.7 gallons, you get both range and efficiency in a sleek, capable package. Retail pricing starts at $8,999, making it an excellent long-haul naked bike that offers both performance and peace of mind. And now, from smooth and sophisticated, we move to something that mixes brute force with easygoing charm. Number 10. Kawasaki Z650RS. What makes this bike stand out is how easily it blends comfort with character. It delivers its power through a 648 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine that produces 67 horsepower and 48 pound-feet of torque. That's more than enough for highway comfort and daily livability. The upright rider triangle is a major advantage for older riders, thanks to wide handlebars, mid-mounted foot pegs, and a long-ribbed seat that reduces fatigue on extended trips. The suspension setup includes a telescopic front fork paired with a horizontal backlink rear monoshock, both designed to absorb road imperfections without sacrificing stability. Braking is handled by dual front discs and a single rear disc, backed by a full anti-lock braking system for added control in wet or unpredictable conditions. At 465 pounds, the bike feels light enough to handle confidently in parking lots but grounded enough to stay planted on the highway. The styling leans into Kawasaki's rich heritage, with round headlamps, twin analog-style gauges, and subtle metallic paintwork. LED lighting provides modern visibility, while the digital multifunction display gives you all the essential readouts without distraction. The fuel tank holds 3.2 gallons, and fuel economy averages 54 miles per gallon, giving the Z650RS an effective range for weekend cruising or daily errands. The base price starts at $9,299. Making it one of the most affordable retro-style naked bikes for men over 45 who want classic appeal without sacrificing ride quality. But if retro isn't your thing and you want full 2025 aggression, this next bike might do the trick. Number 9. Yamaha MT-07 Pure. Riders looking for simplicity, reliability, and relaxed posture will appreciate what this machine brings to the table. It is powered by a 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, delivering 73 horsepower and 67 pound-feet of torque. The performance comes on smoothly across the rev range, making it a natural fit for mature riders who want real-world power without twitchy response. Its exhaust note is mellow but satisfying, and throttle input remains predictable even when riding through uneven terrain or stop-and-go traffic. What makes it comfortable for men over 45 is the revised ergonomic triangle. The handlebars are mounted wider and higher, bringing the grips closer to the rider's body and reducing wrist and shoulder pressure. The seat has been reworked with thicker foam and a flatter top surface, allowing for natural movement and better weight distribution over long distances. Foot pegs are positioned slightly forward to open up hip angles and make knee posture less aggressive, crucial for those with joint sensitivity. The chassis remains stiff enough for handling but flexible enough to keep the ride from feeling jarring. In terms of suspension, the front uses a non-adjustable telescopic fork, while the rear features a preload adjustable monoshock. The damping is softened compared to the standard version, making this setup more compliant over cracked pavement and expansion joints. Braking comes from a dual-disc setup at the front and a single disc at the rear, supported by a dual-channel anti-lock braking system. The MT-07 Pure weighs 401 pounds, holds 3.4 gallons of fuel, and returns close to 59 miles per gallon. With a starting price of $7,999, it delivers an ideal blend of approachability, style, and everyday riding comfort. Next up is another Yamaha that gets everything right for riders who want torque, traction, and tranquility. Number 8. Yamaha MT-09. The latest evolution of the MT-09 takes everything Yamaha fans love and retools it for comfort, control, and daily livability, especially for riders over 45 who value balance over chaos. This new version is powered by an 893 cubic centimeter inline 3-cylinder engine, delivering 117 horsepower and 68 pound-feet of torque. The chassis has been completely revised with a new subframe and swing arm, making the bike more stable at high speeds without adding unnecessary stiffness. Ergonomics have also been reworked. The handlebars are now wider and slightly higher. The seat features new padding and a flatter profile, and the foot pegs have been moved slightly to reduce knee bend. The result is a more upright, neutral riding posture that reduces pressure on the wrists and hips, making this a solid choice for older riders seeking power and comfort in equal measure. Suspension is handled by fully adjustable front forks and a rear monoshock tuned for a mix of sport and touring feel. Dual disc brakes up front with radial mount calipers provide strong stopping power, and the new electronic rider aids, traction control, cornering anti-lock braking system, cruise control, and throttle modes add layers of safety and customizability. The 5-inch full-color TFT dash is intuitive and supports smartphone connectivity. The MT-09 weighs just under 420 pounds and offers real-world fuel economy around 45 miles per gallon, with a fuel tank capacity of 3.7 gallons. It starts at $10,500, offering premium features in a middleweight naked frame that punches well above its weight class. But what if you want Honda smoothness with a bit more flex in the suspension? Number 7. Honda CB750 Hornet. This is Honda's return to the midweight naked category, and they did not hold back. Designed with rider comfort and effortless control in mind, the CB750 Hornet is built around a 755 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine that generates 90 horsepower and 55 pound-feet of torque. The seating position is upright and natural, with revised handlebar angles for 2024 that bring the grips closer to the rider's body. Combined with thicker seat foam and a low vibration chassis, this Hornet delivers excellent ergonomics for riders who want to avoid sore wrists or knees after long stints in the saddle. Honda also worked in a slim tank design to give riders better leg positioning and more room to shift body weight during long rides. Suspension duties are handled by a Showa SFFBP front fork and a rear monoshock with preload adjustability, offering just the right balance of responsiveness and comfort. Braking is solid thanks to dual-disc front brakes with 2-piston calipers and a single disc at the rear, all backed by standard anti-lock braking system. The CB750 Hornet weighs in at roughly 419 pounds and is remarkably agile without feeling unstable. The 5-inch TFT screen is bright and easy to navigate and features smartphone pairing for turn-by-turn navigation, call alerts, and music control. Real-world fuel economy sits at around 48 miles per gallon with a fuel tank capacity of 3.8 gallons. Priced at $9,399, the CB750 Hornet gives riders a stylish, performance-ready platform that doesn't punish your joints. But now let's turn to a Suzuki that's quietly becoming a go-to for mature riders seeking comfort and control. Number 6. Suzuki SV650X. This bike takes everything that made the standard SV650 a favorite and adds cafe styling and subtle ergonomic upgrades that make it especially appealing for men over 45. Powered by a 645 cubic centimeter V twin engine, it produces 75 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque. The X variant stands apart with clip-on handlebars mounted slightly higher than typical cafe racers, giving it a sporty look without sacrificing comfort. The revised seat is narrow at the front and wider at the rear, which supports longer rides by reducing pressure points. With its low 30.9-inch seat height, the SV650X feels approachable and confidence-inspiring for a wide range of riders. Suspension is managed by conventional telescopic front forks and a rear monoshock with preload adjustability. The damping is tuned for real-world riding, not track stiffness, but not too soft either. Dual front disc brakes with 2-piston calipers and rear single disc provide consistent braking, and anti-lock braking system is standard. The bike weighs around 437 pounds, striking a nice balance between nimble handling and solid road presence. Other highlights include the LCD dash, lightweight trellis frame, and distinctive headlight fairing that gives it a retro-modern vibe. It returns about 55 miles per gallon in real-world use, and the fuel tank holds 3.8 gallons, making it suitable for both city runs and weekend trips. Priced at $8,399, this limited edition model is a great pick for mature riders looking for style, reliability, and ease of ownership in one clean package. Looking for something newer with a beefier frame and stiffer spine? Look no further than this green machine. Number 5. Kawasaki Z900RS SE. For riders who crave the perfect fusion of retro looks and modern performance, the Z900RS SE delivers in every category, especially comfort. It is powered by a 948 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine producing 111 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque. That power is delivered smoothly across the rev range, making it approachable for experienced riders and easy to handle even on longer rides. What truly elevates this machine for men over 45 is its attention to ergonomic detail. The upright handlebars reduce wrist strain, and the plush-ribbed saddle is wide, well-contoured, and positioned for all-day riding. The Öhlins S46 rear shock with a remote preload adjuster offers a remarkably comfortable ride, soaking up rough pavement with grace while still maintaining sharp handling. Up front, a 41mm inverted fork with compression and rebound adjustability rounds out the suspension setup. Brembo M 4.32 calipers handle the braking duties on dual front discs, providing excellent feedback and power without being overly aggressive. Curb weight comes in at 471 pounds, striking a balance between road presence and manageable heft. The analog-style twin dials are paired with a digital multifunction screen, giving riders easy access to vital data without overwhelming them with tech. The bike also includes traction control and a 6-speed gearbox with assist and slipper clutch, ensuring confidence under acceleration and braking. With a fuel tank capacity of 4.5 gallons and an estimated fuel economy of around 44 miles per gallon, it is suited for touring and commuting alike. The starting price is $13,399. But now we enter the top 4. And the next one's a Yamaha that redefines what comfort means in a naked platform. Number 4. Yamaha MT-07. It has always been known for its practicality and fun-to-ride personality, but the 2024 update makes it even more appealing to older riders seeking comfort without compromise. Under the tank, it packs a 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine producing 73 horsepower and 67 pound-feet of torque. That torquey, heavy mid-range makes the bike responsive and easy to manage, especially during everyday rides through town or longer cruises down open roads. The 2024 model introduces refined ergonomics that matter. Yamaha reworked the handlebar position to be higher and slightly swept back, reducing shoulder tension and improving control. The new seat foam is denser and flatter, which means better support during multi-hour rides. It retains the lightweight steel frame, helping to keep the overall curb weight at just 403 pounds, making it one of the lightest and most manageable middleweight bikes available today. Suspension duties are handled by a telescopic fork up front and a link-type monoshock in the rear, both tuned for real-world road conditions. The MT-07 also features a compact LCD display, full LED lighting, and dual-disc brakes with standard anti-lock braking system. While it avoids excessive electronics, it still includes traction control for added safety in slippery conditions. With a 3.7-gallon fuel tank and an average fuel economy of around 58 miles per gallon, the MT-07 delivers excellent range and efficiency. Its styling remains aggressive yet minimalist, and its riding posture has matured into something truly versatile. The bike's price starts at $8,399, placing it well within reach of riders who want maximum comfort and minimal complication. Coming up next, a Honda that feels custom-built for long hauls without the bulk. Number 3. Honda CB1100E X Final Edition. Sometimes the best motorcycles are the ones that do not try to prove anything. The CB1100E X Final Edition is exactly that. A graceful, air-cooled tribute to Honda's legacy of smooth inline fours. It features an 1140 cubic centimeter inline four engine that produces 89 horsepower and 69 pound-feet of torque. That power delivery is calm, linear, and incredibly predictable. Perfect for riders over 45 who want strength without surprises. This bike's relaxed geometry is designed with rider comfort at its core. It has wide, slightly raised handlebars, a deeply cushioned bench-style seat, and a neutral foot peg position, all of which contribute to a straight-back, relaxed riding posture. The rear twin shocks and front 41mm telescopic fork are tuned for a plush ride, softening bumps without compromising road feedback. The 5-speed gearbox shifts like butter, and the smooth throttle response makes it a joy to cruise at low or moderate speeds. Curb weight sits at just under 560 pounds, but the low center of gravity and evenly distributed mass make the bike feel balanced in motion. Dual front discs with 2-piston calipers and a rear disc brake provide confident stopping power. The instrumentation includes dual analog gauges paired with a digital info display, keeping things classic and readable. Chrome accents, spoked wheels, and a teardrop tank give the CB1100EX timeless visual appeal. The fuel tank holds 4.4 gallons and real-world mileage hovers around 42 miles per gallon, giving the bike decent range for day trips and weekend cruising. Priced at $13,999, the CB1100EX Final Edition is a collector's dream and a comfort-focused daily machine rolled into one. Ready for something truly next-gen? This Suzuki might be the future of naked comfort. Number 2. Yamaha XSR 700. Retro never felt this good on the back. The XSR 700 blends timeless styling with the relaxed ergonomics and real-world performance older riders appreciate. It is powered by a 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine producing 73 horsepower and 67 pound-feet of torque. The torquey curve is tuned for strong mid-range delivery, meaning effortless acceleration in traffic and stable cruising at highway speeds without unnecessary strain on your wrists or back. The comfort begins with a well-padded flat seat that allows for easy movement and relaxed posture. The wide handlebars are positioned slightly higher and closer to the rider than on most sport-style bikes, encouraging a natural upright stance. The bike's overall geometry feels settled, not twitchy, with a lightweight steel frame that stays responsive but never feels nervous. Suspension comes from a telescopic front fork and a link-type rear monoshock tuned specifically for street comfort, soaking up cracks and bumps without jarring the rider. Braking is managed by a dual front disc and single rear disc setup, both backed by anti-lock braking system, ensuring smooth and controlled stops on any surface. It weighs approximately 410 pounds, making it light enough to maneuver easily, yet heavy enough to feel planted at speed. The fuel tank holds 3.7 gallons and fuel economy averages close to 60 miles per gallon, giving it solid range for weekend rides or commuting. Other standard features include LED lighting throughout, a round digital instrument gauge, and classic bodywork that keeps the bike looking clean and confident. With a starting price of $9,199, the XSR 700 delivers real comfort and character without sacrificing performance. And finally, the #1 most comfortable Japanese naked bike for men over 45. Number 1. Yamaha FZ-1. This is one of the most overlooked long-distance ready naked bikes for older riders who want muscle, comfort, and reliability in one package. At the heart of the FZ-1 is a 998 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine producing 125 horsepower and 78 pound-feet of torque. That combination gives it immediate power when needed, with a smooth top-end rush that never feels twitchy or unstable. The torque delivery starts low in the rev range and builds steadily, giving you enough grunt to pass traffic or cruise uphill without stress. Despite its sport bike roots, the FZ-1 was always engineered with real-world rideability in mind, especially for riders who want a fast bike that doesn't punish them for riding all day. Comfort comes from an upright riding triangle with wide handlebars and mid-mounted pegs, keeping your back straight and knees relaxed. The seat is spacious, well padded, and long enough for easy repositioning during long rides. With a curb weight of 489 pounds, the FZ-1 feels planted on the highway while still being manageable in town. Suspension duties are handled by a fully adjustable front fork and a rear monoshock with rebound and preload settings, letting you dial in the comfort whether you're riding solo or loaded up for a weekend. Braking is provided by dual front discs with 4 piston calipers and a single rear disc, backed by anti-lock braking system. Other highlights include a 4.8-gallon fuel tank, real-world mileage of around 42 miles per gallon, and a digital analog hybrid gauge cluster that's easy to read in all lighting conditions. The design blends subtle aggression with clean lines, making it one of the most mature-looking naked bikes you can own. On the used market, clean examples of the FZ-1 usually range between $5,000 and $7,000, making it a tremendous value for seasoned riders who still want performance but won't sacrifice comfort. There's a reason these bikes made the list, and it's not just the specs. It's the ride, the posture, the feel. If one of these caught your eye, tell us in the comments. Subscribe so you never miss a ride that fits.